The 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly was guided by the theme, Rebuilding Trust and Reigniting Global Solidarity, accelerating action on the 2030 Agenda and its Sustainable Development Goals towards peace, prosperity, progress, and sustainability for all. Against this backdrop, Grenada's Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell, while addressing the 193 member states of the United Nations, reiterated the urgent need to redouble efforts to address financing to address impact of climate change.
Governmental panel on climate change confirmed that global emissions are at their highest levels in human history and only continues to rise. Such increases, Mr. President, will only continue to wreak havoc on communities, economies, businesses, and create a severe strain on public finances. Mr. President, the states that contribute least to the climate crisis are the ones bearing the heaviest burden. And without immediate and deep emissions cuts across the board, I'm afraid that we are on a trajectory for far worse outcomes if we don't take significant action today.
Grenada, the Prime Minister indicated, has implemented several policy frameworks such as the National Climate Change Policy and the National Adaptation Plan, which are geared towards assisting in advancing the country's strategic approach to climate adaptation and building resilience. The Grenadian leader called on all young people to take action, issuing a reminder to them that our youth are the ones to lead the charge for the future they want to see.
Today, Mr. President, I make the further clarion call for all member states, through their leaders and high-level representatives, to take decisive action and do what is necessary to safeguard our planet for future generations. But the time for such action is now, Mr. President. Now is the time for global country leaders to follow through on those commitments made at the multilateral level. Our goal as responsible citizens should be to leave this planet in as good a condition, if not much better, than we actually found it.
In an effort to further raise awareness on the issue of climate change locally, GBN's Godfrey Augustine reintroduces the program Our Climate Reality. The one-hour program begins at 8:30 p.m. on GBN Television, K105 FM, and GBN's Facebook page, placing special emphasis on adaptation and mitigation. The program will outline some of the do's and don'ts as it relates to climate change. Christelina John, GBN News.